and welcome back to Ashley's channel. So today I'm having headshots done by Ashley, and this is the makeup look that I chose to do. So if you want to see like my thought process on picking colors and like the way I'm applying my foundation, my powder and everything like that, then keep watching to see how I got this look, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing I did was just clip my hair back with these little clips. So I already did my skincare routine. I went ahead and I washed my face and I moisturized and all that good stuff. So my skin is ready to have makeup be put on. Now I'm going to go in first with a primer. So I'm gonna use this little sample of Too Faced Hangover. Usually I use like the professional one, but I'm gonna try this Too Faced one. Okay, so now that I have that primed, I'm just gonna take an extra step because I have really oily skin. So I'm going to take a setting spray and also spray over this because like oil breaks down your makeup obviously, so when you have oils from your skin coming through. So I'm just adding an extra layer in between my skin and my foundation so that my oils aren't really gonna break down my makeup. Now I'm ready for foundation. So as you guys can see, my chest and everything is a lot tanner than my face because I fake tan. So I'm going to be matching my foundation to match my body because I don't want my face to be lighter in pictures than that. So because I'm doing that, we want to make sure that we're blending everything really, really well. We don't want to have like spots that are blotchy. So I'm going to go wet my beauty blender, BRB. So I wet my beauty blender. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a brush for like my overall foundation, and then I'm gonna use my beauty blender for my concealer. Oh, so I use the Too Faced Born This Way, and this is in the shade Neutral Beige, and then I use the Too Faced concealer as well, and then this is medium tan. So I don't know if you can see, but I have a lot of texture like right here and in these areas. So that's what I left my beauty blender to do, so that I'm not like rubbing the product over my texture. I'm kind of pressing it in and covering it because I don't want to just kind of like rub it on and make it any worse. So I'm just gonna pat it in. Okay, next I'm just taking a pressed powder. This is like the Maybelline one. I don't really use a super nice one of this, but I'm just taking some on a really big fluffy brush, and I'm going to press it into some of the areas where I feel like it needs set, but one spot that I'm specifically not going to be putting it on is underneath my eyes. So I'm gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks and the sides of my nose, but I'm making sure that I'm not going under my eye because that is just going to add texture that I don't want, and it's gonna make my under eyes crease, and I don't want that. So I'm just kind of lightly brushing it like in between my eyebrows, on my chin, and like my cheeks and stuff, just to kind of set the foundation there, but I do not want to put it under my eyes. Now I'm going in with a bronzer, not a contour yet. So I'm going in with Too Faced Sweet Pie, and I'm just using it to kind of bring some color back into my face. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a contour. So bronzing, you're really just bringing like color and making your face look a little bit more tan, but contour is where you're going to add like dimension and shape to your face. So I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm just going to go in with the middle shade and just very little, and I'm putting it just right here, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm gonna put some around my forehead and blend that in. And then I'm gonna go through and I'm just gonna blend that out. And you wanna make sure you're blending up, you're not blending down. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a blush. So I'm taking, I think this is Juvia's Place or Palace. I don't remember what it's called. It doesn't really say on it. But I'm taking this blush palette and I'm going in with like this real pinky one right here. And I'm just using a brush that has like a flat edge. And I'm gonna smile because I'm trying to make my cheeks more like round and like my face more like plump, if that makes sense. So if I was trying to just like make my face more angular, I would just put it right here, kind of where I put that bronzer. But since I'm trying to make my face more like plump and round, I'm gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with brows. I don't do really heavy brow. I'm kind of just gonna follow my natural arch and then fill in that gap right there. So that's all I'm gonna do for that. And I'm using Anastasia's Beverly Hills Dip Brow. And then I'm just going to hold my brows in place with a NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. And now I'm going to go into eyes. So I'm going to match my eyeshadow to this top that I'm wearing. Not perfectly, but I want it to go with it. I don't want it to like clash. So I'm going to be going in with my Morphe 35V palette, and I'm going into like these pinky shades up here, and that's what I'm going to be using to match with the top. So first I'm just going to pick a nice transition shade that's like pretty light, and I'm just going to take it all over my lid. And that's just going to set the base, and I'm going to do that to my other eye too. Now I'm going to go in with this little Juvia's palette, and I'm going to take this bronzy shade down here, and I'm going to start working that into my crease. So I'm just warming up my crease a little bit. I'm really not using a lot, but I'm just bringing some of that warmth back because I want a very bronzy look. And now I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm going to go in to a little bit darker of a shade. I'm going to be taking this one up here, and this brush is a little bit smaller because I want a more precise area. And I'm going to start, and I'm going to go in my crease, and I'm going to blend on this outer corner, and I want to make sure that I'm blending from my lash line to the bottom of my brow. And I'm gonna do that to the other eye too. Okay, now that that is blended in super well, I'm going to take a shimmery pink shade, and I'm using a little bit of a darker one, and I'm gonna take it on my lid, and I'm going down the center like this, and I'm gonna be doing a halo eye sort of thing, but like more subtle. I'm not going like super hardcore. So I'm taking it down the center. I'm really just packing that on. And then I'm gonna go back in with that first transition shade that I had used and kind of just blend the sides and blend that in. Now I'm going to take this little fat brush for smudging, and I'm going to go back into that dark shade that we used in our crease up here, and I'm going to put it on my lower lash line, and I'm going to connect my lower lid with my top lid. So that's what I mean with right here. I'm connecting it. And this is like a super simple eye look. It's a little bit darker than I would do every day, so it's gonna like make my eyes pop a little bit more, but I don't want to do anything too crazy. But I'm going to take this little concealer brush and I'm going to take just the littlest bit of concealer and I'm just going to clean up that edge right there. Okay, now I just kind of cleaned up those sides and I'm going to go in with an eyeliner and I'm just going to very thinly line my eye and give like a tiniest little baby wing, really not even a wing, but I'm just keeping it simple because a heavy eyeliner doesn't look good on my eye personally, so I'm gonna do a super thin one. Okay, now that I did that, I'm gonna move on to eyelashes. So I'm going to start by going in, and I have naturally long eyelashes, so I'm not gonna be using a full set of lashes, but what I am gonna do is add like a little extension onto my end with an individual lash. I'm gonna go in with my favorite mascara. This is the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, and I'm just going to put on a ton of mascara. Like actually, I'm just gonna put on a lot. And but if you don't have super long lashes or you don't like your lashes, you could put a full set. I don't, because I like it to still look like my eye, and I feel like when I don't do like my actual just eyelashes, it doesn't, like, you could just tell, and so I still want it to look like me. Now my natural lashes are done, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these little like individual extensions and I'm just gonna put one on each end just to give me like an extra little like swoop. So I'm just gonna take like tweezers and grab them and then put a little bit of lash glue on the end and stick it on. It really doesn't even add that much, but it's just a little bit and I just like that little extra touch. Now I'm going to move on to highlighter. So I take a fan brush and then a very small little compact eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to take my fan brush and take my Becca highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop and just go along my cheekbone and then carry it up my temple too. And then I'm going to take whatever's left on that and just run it down the bridge of my nose. And now I'm going to take that little eyeshadow brush and take some, and I'm going to go down my nose, but I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm going to stop like about here before I get to the tip and do the tip as a separate little dot, because that gives the illusion that I have a like more of a button nose, and that's what I think is really cute. So I did like a little tip, and then I'm going to put some on my inner corners and just some along my brow bone, and then also on my cupid's bow. And that's all I do for highlighter. And then for lips, I'm going to line my lips with my Kylie pencil in Candy K, and then I'm obviously going to be using Candy K to do the rest. And I do overline just a little bit with that. Now I'm just going to actually take the lipstick and my last little touch is I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to take the makeup off my little beauty mark, because I like it to show. I think it's cute. And then I'm just going to add some setting. Ooh, I almost dropped it. Just going to go back in with that setting spray and just set everything. Yeah, so this is my look. I think it's just very cute and it's simple, but it still has a little bit of glam that's like perfect for taking pictures. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, make sure to give a thumbs up. And yeah, that's it.